Good morning again, everybody. Thank you for joining ABRA's roll call hearings being provided via the WebEx platform provided by the DC Office of Open Government. My name is Laverne Fletcher. I'll be conducting the roll call hearings as the board's agent. There are 5 cases on the calendar today. First case on the calendar today is Hook Hall. This is case number 22PRO00141, Kraken 3400 LLC, 3400 Georgia Avenue Northwest, license number ABRA 109296. This is a retailer class CT. It's a petition to amend or terminate the settlement agreement. The protest issues are adverse impact on peace, order, and quiet, and residential parking and vehicular and pedestrian safety. Is anyone present on behalf of Hook Hall?
Yes, good morning. Ciro Johannes here on behalf of the licensee, and that is SIDONYOHANNES.
Thank you, Ms. Johannes. Is anyone present on behalf of ANC 1A?
Good morning, Ms. Fletcher. This is Michael Ray, MICHAELWRAY.
Thank you, Mr. Ray. ANC 1A does have standing as a protestant. We'll set a date for mediation. The dates for the status and protest hearing have not been made available to me at this point, but we'll set the date for mediation and you'll receive the date for the status and protest hearing another day this week. I will give you the next available day for status hearing. The date is going to be in February. The first available day in February is Tuesday, February 7th, anytime between 10 and 1:30. It's the first available day.
Can I do it at noon? I mean, can we ask for a time?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, noon on February 7th works for me, if it does for Ms. Johannes.
That works for me as well. However, I do want to go back to the issue on standing and make a request regarding, this is ANC 1A. ANC 1A, this establishment is no longer an ANC 1A. So I want to make a determination as to how, or ask that there is a determination made as to how they have standing.
I'll respond to that later. Mr.
Okay.
Johannes, for the purpose of the roll call hearing today, that is a valid point. For the purpose of the roll call hearing today, standing is granted to one is ANC 1A. So I know there have been a lot of changes in the ANCs, and we'll work out the particulars later, but I'll let you know how we're going to handle that after roll call. Any other issues, Mr. Johannes?
No, that was it in terms of standing. But February 7th at noon. Is that correct?
Yes. Tuesday, February 7th at noon.
Sounds good.
That's good for you too, Ms. Johannes?
Yes, sorry.
Okay. In that case, the roll call hearing in the matter of Hook Hall is concluded. The next case on the calendar for today is Jose Marino d'Italia. This is case number 22PRO00142, 1714C LLC, 1714 Connecticut Avenue Northwest, license number ABRA 109613. This is a retailer class CT. This is a substantial change for an entertainment endorsement with cover charge to provide live entertainment inside of the premises. The protest issues are adverse impact on peace, order, and quiet, real property values, and residential parking, and vehicular and pedestrian safety. Is anyone present on behalf of Rosa de Moreno? Rosa Moreno?
Yes, Sidon Johannes here on behalf of the licensee, and that is SIDONYOHANNES.
Thank you very much. And on behalf of the DuPont Circle Citizens Association?
Yeah, it's Susan Bowman. It's SUSAN and V as in Victor, OLMAN.
Thank you, Ms. Bowman. And there is a group of, I counted 72. Is anyone available on behalf of the group?
Good morning, Ms. Fletcher. My name's Douglas Melcher. I'm an attorney for the group. My name is spelled DOUGLASMELCHER.
Mr. Melcher, are there any other members from the group present today?
Yes, there are.
If each person would state their name and spell it for the record, please.
Nolan Guagenti, NOLAN
How do you spell the last name one more time?
GUAGENTI.
Huh? Okay, thank you.
Nicole Guagenti, last name Guagenti as well.
Thank you.
Craig Conrad, KRAIG CONRAD.
Thank you, Mr. Conrad.
Kevin Prohaska, Kevin. Prohaska's PROHASKA.
Thank you.
William Johnson, WILLIAM JOHNSON.
Deborah Johnson, DEBORA, it's different. Johnson, JOHNSON.
Barbara Wall, BARBARA, Wall, WAHL.
Anyone else?
Jeff
May
Cornell.
Ng, MAYNG.
Jeff Carneal, JEFF CAR, like Nancy, EAL.
Neil? Anyone else? Okay. I count 9 individuals from the group being present today, which means that the full group is granted standing as a protestant. I'm going to give you the next available day for mediation. The status and protest hearing dates are not available today, but you'll receive those dates later this week. The next available day for mediation is Tuesday, February 14, or Wednesday, February 15. That's good. Is that good for you, Ms. Bowman? The 14th or the 15th?
Yeah, either one would work for me.
Mr.
Or
Melcher?
someone else from our organization.
The 14th would be fine. Just so you're aware, at least 2 of the parties have discussed the possibility of consolidating this protest proceeding with another one, which has a status hearing set for the 15th. So just to avoid complications, I would prefer the 14th, and then we'll work out the dates.
So, Mr. Melcher, what's the other case?
It also concerns Rose Marino, obviously, but let me see if I can get you the case number.
Oh, that's okay. Is this one for today is related to the substantial change? That one is related to another
Renewal.
license.
And so
renewal.
there's some
Renewal,
discussion
yeah.
about trying to consolidate those two proceedings just for the sake of efficiency. But obviously that needs to be done with the board's approval. So
That's right. I'm just making a note here because what you would like to do if possible is consolidate them and have the mediations on the same day.
I believe so. Maybe the licensee's attorney can speak to that as well.
Yes, no, I agree with council. In terms of consolidation, prefer to consolidate the mediation as well as the hearing, protest hearing. So I'm fine putting in something for now. And if the board approves a motion that we put forth, we can just have one mediation date as well as a protest hearing date.
Let me ask you one other thing about the renewal. It's been placarded already?
Yes.
You know the roll call date for that one?
We already had
It
it.
was,
You
it was
already had it?
the,
Okay.
19th, I believe.
So you've already had the roll call for the renewal?
We had the roll call and the mediation was scheduled for January 10th at noon.
So would you prefer to combine them to the January 10 date for mediation or a date that I'm gonna give you right now?
I would prefer to go ahead and if everyone else on this call is okay with it, say January 10th at noon.
Let me ask you something else. So obviously I don't have the case with me, but was the DuPont Circle Citizens Association protesting in that case as well?
Yes.
Yes.
And the ANC, and they agreed, they were happy with the January 10th.
What about the group of 72? Were they protesting in the renewal as well?
Yes, all three parties are protesting both.
But the ANC is a part of the renewal protest?
They are, yeah. And this one, as far as I know.
That's correct. The ANC is a party.
Excuse me one second. Okay, so the parties are all the same. One second here. So that would be ANC 2B.
Yes. They were present for the previous roll call. I don't know where they are today. Maybe they didn't get the invite.
Well, they're not here today. That's what I was checking too.
Fletcher, regarding dates, I think to have an effective mediation, it might be better to use the later date that was being discussed. There's not a lot of time to prepare between now and next week for a mediation. So I think the group would prefer to go with the February date that you provided.
Well, that's good on this end.
That's fine with me either way. I think also if they have to be consolidated, that gives the board time to consolidate them.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do, making myself a note here I'm gonna cancel the mediation set for January 10. And reschedule that, assuming they're gonna be combined. I'm gonna reschedule both for Tuesday, February 14. anytime between 10 and 1:30.
10 a.m. would work for me.
10:30.
I'm sorry, who was that speaking? I'm not getting the names for the court reporter. They always need to know who's speaking. So who just said 10 a.m. is okay?
I apologize. This is Douglas Melcher on behalf of the group of 5 or more. 10 a.m. or 10:30 is fine.
Thank you, Mr. Melcher. Ms. Volman, what about you?
Any time that works for Doug and Sedone, it's fine with me.
And this is Sedone. I'm okay with any time 10:30 or after.
Well, then let's make it 10:30 then. So mediation for Rose Moreno de Adalia is set for Tuesday, February 14 at 10:30. And so ANC 2B is not present today.
Ms. Fletcher,
if
ANC 2B.
Who's speaking?
Oh, sorry, this is Nolan Guagenti. ANC 2B, Jeff. Jeff is going to be joining in about 3 minutes. Do you need him to attend the ANC?
Yeah, if they file the protest, they need to attend. So Nolan, you just mentioned somebody's name. So can you spell the person's name you just mentioned?
Yeah, hold on 1 second. Jeff Ruckauer, Jeffrey. Ruckauer, Rueckgauer. He's with ANC 2B, and also Meg Rogensack is also going to be joining here in a couple minutes.
Can you spell her name as well?
Yep. MEG, and then Rogensack, ROGGENSACK.
Okay, so they're going to be coming in a couple of minutes. They have the link already. Someone's.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so we'll wait a moment if that's okay with everybody. And so what I'm going to do is this. The DuPont Circle Citizens Association has standing as a protestant, and so does the group of 72. I'll give ANC 2B an opportunity to appear. What I'm going to do in the meantime, I'm going to recall this case. I'm going to close this case for now. I'm going to recall it in just a few minutes. So if you could all just stay on the line, except the individuals that are on the line, you don't need to stay. Mr. Melcher, if you could stay, everyone else can sign off if they like. The group has already been granted standing, but you're free to stay if you like. The next case on the calendar is Mariachi Lounge Bar and Grill. This is case number 22PRO00140. Mariachi Lounge Bar and Grill, 5 LLC, 5217 Georgia Avenue Northwest. License number ABRA 122495. This is a retailer class. What's that retailer class? Is that a CR? Hold on a second, please. One second. Retailer class CR. This is a new license application. The protest issues an adverse impact on peace, order, and quiet. Is anyone here on behalf of the establishment? Is anyone present on behalf of Mariachi Lounge Bar and Grill? Is anyone present on behalf of ANC 4D?
Yes, I'm Chrysanthi Corniotis. I'm the new commissioner for 4D04. My name is spelled CHRYSANTHECOURNIOTES.
How do you pronounce the last name?
Corniotis.
Well, it's spelled like it sounds.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, that was pointed out to me like when I was in high school that it's spelled that way. But
Well, thank you very much for coming. Nice to meet you. ANC 4D does have standing as a protestant. There is no one here on behalf of the establishment, which means that the application for the new license is dismissed. And what that means, Ms. Corniotis?
Corniotis, yes.
Otis. What that means is that a board order will be issued dismissing the application because the applicant is not present today.
Mm-hmm.
You will receive a copy of that board order. The applicant will have 10 days to seek reinstatement of the application. They'll have to explain to the ABC board why they were not present today. If the ABC board, you have an opportunity to respond to whatever their response is. If the ABC board reinstates the application, then you will hear from me because we'll need to set some dates.
Okay.
A date for a mediation, a status hearing, and a protest hearing. But today there's nothing we need to do.
Okay.
So thank you for coming and we'll keep you posted.
Thank you. And
Thank you very
I look
much.
forward to working with you.
Look forward to working with you too. See you soon. I hope.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Ms.
Excuse me,
Fletcher?
I see a message from ANC 2B that they're having trouble signing in. Is that what you were going to tell me, Nolan?
Yes, ma'am. And is there a phone number that they could use to dial in?
Yeah, and who's trying to call?
Meg?
Log in, Meg, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, ma'am.
So I'm finally here. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's okay. No problem.
I was, I misunderstood our exchange this morning, but I appreciate that
okay.
you're on. I didn't have a workable link, so I appreciate that.
No problem at all. I was just about to forward you another one. Can you state your name and spell it for the record, please?
Meg Rogensock, and I am both the representative of single member district ANC 2B01 and the current chair of the DuPont Circle ANC. My name is spelled MEG ROGGENSACK.
Ms. Rosensack, ANC 2B does have standing as a protestant. So, Ms. Rosensack, you have standing as a protestant in the matter of Rose Marino d'Italia. So I'm going to reopen that case. I closed it momentarily to give you an opportunity to appear.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're very welcome. So I'm going to reopen that case now, Rose Marino, noting the fact that Ms. Rosensack is present. And just in summary, we have three protestants in this case now. We have the DuPont Circle Citizens Association, ANC 2B, and a group of 72. We need to set a date for mediation. I'll give you the next day available. The dates for the status and protest hearing are not available to me today, but you'll get those dates later this week. The next day available for mediation is Tuesday, February 21, or Wednesday, February 22, anytime between 10 and 1. So what about February 21? Is that good for anybody?
Sorry, Miss Fletcher, I think we set a date for mediation.
We already,
of consolidating.
For the 14th?
Exactly.
Okay, we were just waiting for Ms. Rosensack.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah,
and I would
got
like
it.
her to know that we do intend, or there has been communications about consolidation. Separately and outside of this, we will catch the parties up and hope that the parties all agree so we can submit something to the board jointly. But the date that we are hoping on having is February 14th at 10:30 a.m. So we can have a mediation with both this matter being the matter for a substantial change and the renewal application that's already pending before the board.
So, Ms. Rosensack, would you be okay with combining the cases? So that the mediation for both cases take place on the same day?
I defer to the neighbors. Are we talking about the 14th of February?
Yes.
So, counsel for the neighbors, Counsel Melcher, is that acceptable to you?
Yes, this is Doug Melcher speaking. We already discussed this with Ms. Fletcher, and yes, that date is acceptable. And we did look into the possibility of consolidation and spoke with the licensees council about that. So that is all acceptable to the group.
All right, and I assume DCCA is also waiting on that.
Yeah, we're fine, and we prefer that they be consolidated, and therefore, I think we've already agreed to cancel the January 10th scheduled mediation. Just for your information, Meg.
So you're gonna get a WebEx from me canceling the mediation for January 10 and scheduling it for February 14 at 10:30 instead.
All right.
Let's see if there's anything else. No, there's nothing else. Any questions from anybody? Well, thank you for coming, and I will see you on February 14th.
Thank you, Ms.
Roll
Fletcher.
call.
Thank
You're
you,
very
folks.
welcome.
Thank you very much for your consideration.
Thank
You're
you.
very welcome. The roll call hearing in this matter is concluded. If you will give me a moment to check an email, I received an email from someone just a moment ago related to the hearings this morning. Just hold on 1 second.
Likely is me.
You okay, well, you know what?
That's that.
I'm good then.
Thank you.
Ms. Rosensack, that was you?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. The next hearing on the calendar today is Wet Dog Tavern. This is case number 22PRO00158, Wet Dog Tavern LLC, 414 H Street Northeast, license number ABRA 086320. This is a case number. This case number, 1 second, please. Get some crossover here. Let me restate some information in this case. This is case number 22PRO00158, Wet Dog Tavern, 2100 Vermont Avenue Northwest, license number 096176. This is a retailer class CP license renewal. Is anyone present on behalf of the establishment?
Yes, Sidon Johannes present on behalf of the licensee. SIDONYOHANNES.
Thank you, Ms. Johannes. Is anyone present on behalf of ANC 1B?
Yes, Santiago Lactos, ANC 1B04, SANTIAGO LAKATOS.
And Mr. Lakatos, is anyone else present with you today?
Not that I am aware.
Okay, thank you.
It's nice to meet you virtually, Commissioner.
Nice to meet you as well.
Nice to meet you too, Commissioner. ANC 1B does have standing as a protestant. I'm going to give you the next available day for mediation. You'll receive the date for the status and protest hearing later this week. Those dates are not available to me today. The next available day for mediation is Wednesday, February 8th. Ms. Johannes, let me ask you something. Would you be okay with scheduling a mediation on a Wednesday? Do you have any other cases before the board on that day, as far as you know?
As far as I know, I do not. However, I would really prefer not to schedule on a Wednesday.
Then how about, okay, 1 second here. Then how about February 10? That's on a Friday. Anytime between 10 and 1:30.
I am open on February 10th during that time.
What about you, Mr. Lakatos?
I am as well.
So 10 o'clock?
That works.
That works with me.
So this is for the license renewals. Okay, so mediation is set for Friday, February 10 at 10 o'clock a.m. The roll call hearing in this matter is concluded, but you have another, excuse me for a second. Mariachi board. Okay. Can I ask you something? Hold on 1 second.
Ms. Fletcher, are you speaking to us? I think you're on mute. I don't know if you were talking to your colleague. It didn't look like you were looking
You
at
know
the
what?
screen.
I was on mute. I'm used to everybody else being on mute. It was me this time. I'm Mr. Honest. Okay, so Ms. Johannes, are you present on behalf of Wet Dog Tavern?
Yes.
Could you please state your name and spell it for the record?
SIDONYOHANNES.
Thank you. And present on behalf of ANC 1B?
Santiago Lakatos, SANTIAGO LAKATOS.
Thank you very much. ANC 1B does have standing as a protestant. Do you want to schedule a mediation for the petition to amend or terminate the settlement agreement on the same day and time as the license renewal?
I would prefer that.
That's what I.
Is that okay? Okay, well then, in that case, mediation is set for February 10 at 10 o'clock a.m. Making a note of that. Mr. Carlos, let me ask you something. Do I have your email address? So I got an email from someone else at the commission. It was an email that had your signature at the bottom, but I don't recall seeing your email address on the email.
Yeah, it was from Deborah Thomas, was the
It was
former
from
1B04 commissioner. Octo hasn't updated the signatures on the addresses yet due to the transition. I got access yesterday to my email, so I think that's the holdup.
I'm just gonna spell Deborah Thomas for the court reporter.
Yeah.
That's DEBORAH. Her last name is THOMAS. So can you give me your email address?
1B04 at anc.dc.gov. And I'm working to rectify that issue with Octo and OANC today.
That's 1B04 at anc.dc.gov.
Correct.
Thank you. Any questions, anybody?
No questions from the licensee.
In that case, the roll call hearing is concluded in this matter. Thank you for coming, and I'll see you on February 10. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I see Andrew. Andrew, do you need to speak with me? I guess not. Hold on one second. I have an email message from someone who may be trying to get in. Hold on one second, please. Right back. Okay, so there is someone who is going to need to join us. So I'm going to send them an invitation and they'll be joining us any moment. It was Russell, right? Yeah, he just sent me a message and I'm going. Yeah, I'm going to send in the invitation right now. Okay. Thank you, Deja. And so we're waiting for someone to appear in a case that was previously dismissed. So I will go ahead and recall that case right now. The applicant should be appearing any moment. I am recalling the case of Mariachi Lounge Bar and Grill. Case number 22PRO00140. The applicant was having trouble joining us today. I just sent him another link to appear. So he should be showing up any moment. He was previously dismissed because he was not present. So let's give him an opportunity to sign in. Let's see. If for some reason the applicant is not able to sign in within the next couple of minutes, I'm going to give him credit for being present. He's been trying to get in for the last 10 minutes, but for some reason he's not able to. But I'll spell his name for the record. The name of the applicant is Z. Russell. Z is spelled Z-I. Oh, there he is.
Russell.
Good morning.
Good morning. Just give me 1 second. I just set it up for Russell.
Okay, so
yeah, it's good.
It's now present.
Yeah.
Sorry, ma'am. Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Sorry.
If you would state your name and spell it for the record, please.
Yeah, my name is Z.I. Russell, and I'm just married to Lunch and Grill. And Z.I. Russell, Z like zebra, I like India, Zai, and last name Russell, R-U-S-S-E-L-L.
Thank you very much, Mr. Russell. Just so you know, your application was dismissed earlier, but now that you're present, I'm going to retract that dismissal.
Please.
And you'll be able to proceed. Just so that you know. So thanks for continuing to try to get in, but just so that you know, I did send you 2 previous applications to the address that you gave me this morning. But I'm glad that you reached me and that this one made it to you.
Okay, thank you so much.
So I say that to say this, the email address that I have for you is correct. The one that I got for you this morning is the same one that I sent the other 2 to. So I'm just making sure I don't need to update your email address. It's the same.
Yes, same.
Okay. And during the previous hearing, ANC was granted standing as a protestant. You received a copy of the ANC 4D protest?
Yes.
They were granted standing as a protestant. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to send an email to you and ANC 4D and give you some dates available for mediation, which is the next step. There's also going to be a status hearing and a protest hearing, but those dates are not available to me today. So what I'm going to be sending you is an email from me offering you some dates available for mediation, and then we'll take it from there.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
So, Mr. Russell, thank you very much for continuing your efforts to get through. I know you've been trying for a while.
Thank you.
Glad you could make it.
Lost. I start like 10 o'clock and my colleague and we try. And finally I called this year, ABRA.
I got all your messages. Thank you. Okay, well, thanks again for coming. If you don't have any questions, Mr. Russell, I'll go ahead and conclude this roll call hearing. Do you have any questions at all?
Sure, definitely. Do it, please.
Okay, well, thank you for coming. The roll call hearing in this matter is concluded, and I'll be in touch.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. That concludes cases on the calendar for today.
Okay. You can see. No.